Hello everyone, this is Scott Hale, and in this video I want to go over a series of questions that came in the past few weeks. So I figured instead of creating a single content on each question, I can just tackle them all at once. And a lot of these questions came from, I guess, some of the folks that I've been working with, some of my fans, and they wanted to know if I can answer some of these questions. So hopefully that would help. So number one.
When do you find the time to create this content?
So I just find time. I mean, the weekend is a good time when I do a lot of this work. Sometimes in the evening, but I just go out of my way to make time for this. It's one of those things where, and that was a huge predicament before I started working on these videos. Where am I going to find time? And I just realized that if something is important to you and it's going to bring value, you need to make time. And I figured it out.
Have you gotten any value from utilizing social media?
Huge value, huge value. I mean, I have folks that I haven't been in touch with in so many years are reaching out to me, and it's just they the whole, if you guys remember, this whole concept started from how can I bring value to you guys, to my network, and I've been getting tremendous feedback, a lot of them through emails, through private messages and so forth, and they're just telling me that they're learning so much from this. And the way I looked at this whole thing is, even if it's just one content, and someone can hear and they can bring that technique into their next job search or learn anything from this, I think it's, for me, I won, and that's how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at this whole social media and these videos more from a micro standpoint. I'm really looking at this from a macro standpoint, and when I'm looking at it from that perspective, I've been getting, it's been really rewarding, and it's helping. It's putting out positive vibes in the universe, I guess you can say, and it all comes back.
Assuming that growth in my technical skills is given, to grow in management skills or to grow in my overall career, what is the better option, PMP certification or MBA?
So just to give you guys a little bit of context around this question, so this came from one of the professionals that I worked with in the last 3 years ago, I think. And he has about 2.5 to 3 years of professional experience in the data science and data engineering world. He's working for a huge corporation, and he has a bachelor's degree, and he's asking if it's worth it for him to pursue PMP certification, whether he wants to go into a technical or management route. So the answer is no. You shouldn't be looking into pursuing PMP certification. Not that it's a bad thing. Any education will bring some value, but as I mentioned in my previous videos, that when you're going for certification or even an MBA, which is a huge investment, you have to ask yourself, is this going to complement well with my current experience and where the market is going? From a return on investment standpoint, getting a PMP or MBA is not going to do much, given that he's a data scientist and a data engineer. Instead, what I would do is I would look into getting a master's degree in statistics or mathematics or applied or even artificial intelligence. But I think statistics or mathematics would be a good start. And if you're going to go in the master's degree route, preferably if you can afford and if you can get into it from a top tier school. I think that, in conjunction with your current skill set, your work experience, is going to bring tremendous value instead. So as I mentioned before, that whenever you guys think about making a huge investment like this, you always want to do a lot of research, and more particularly really work with a good recruiter, because recruiters are really close to on the ground. They're talking to managers, they're talking to HR reps, and they know what's going on. They know what companies appreciate when in a professional. So you definitely want to do that before you start investing in anything. So if you guys have any questions, Please leave a comment below. If you want to keep this confidential, you can send me a private message. Click like if you get any value out of this so your network can see it. And enjoy the rest of the day.